Hi and welcome to the B section of the CuraVision ABC series. So today I'm going to be talking to you about Mr. B, or I refer to him probably as Barry as I'm chatting. So Barry came to us because he was going to be setting up a mortgage shortly with his partner, and his primary concern was having income protection, so something there just in case he was unable to work due to ill health, that his income would be replaced. So when Barry came to us, he was in his early 30s. His BMI was slightly above the normal range, but nothing that would worry an insurer. He was a smoker, which automatically, within the UK insurance industry, means that his premiums are automatically increased compared to what a non-smoker would pay. And the main reason that he came to speak to us was because he had a history of depression in his teenage years. That had been combined with a number of suicide attempts before he was properly diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Now, once he'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and he started treatments and some medication, his health became much better, his mental health stabilised, and he was now, let's say, full-time worker. He was about to get a mortgage, he had a partner, so he had clear protection needs. And we were obviously a number of years down the line from when those instances had happened. Now, obviously Barry straight away had wanted income protection, and we knew quite quickly that long-term income protection wouldn't be available at the moment due to a recent flare-up in regards to some stress that had caused him to have some time off work recently. And also as well, critical illness wouldn't be currently available. They would be, hopefully, in the next 12 months if the insurance industry sort of stays as we anticipate. So the intention is that we have put some policies in place for him now, but in 12 months' time we will review his cover so that we can get those policies in place that he had wanted. We did suggest to Barry that he check with his employer as to whether or not they offer income protection and critical illness in what is known as a group scheme, because it is an employee benefit related scheme, but that wasn't available. But he would have automatically been included in those if he was eligible for them with his employer, regardless of his medical history. So what we did for Barry for the short term is we arranged for him a short-term income protection policy, which is known as accident and sickness cover. And what's the beauty of these products is that they don't take into account your medical history when you are accepted for the policy. So it doesn't matter what your health's like, you can be accepted for the policy. But it's very important, and we made sure that this was very clear to Barry, that any existing medical condition that you do have will be excluded from the policy claim set for at least the first 12 months. So if he takes out this policy and he has a time where he's unable to work due to the bipolar or the depression, then he will not be able to make a claim on the policy for those, and say for at least the first 12 months. We were also able to arrange him a decreasing life insurance policy that mirrored his mortgage. We spoke to an insurer who agreed that the suicide attempts had been more of a knock-on effect from not having the proper diagnosis of the bipolar disorder, and that now that he was a number of years down the line, having had the treatment and the medication, he was much more, in a sense, stabilised. Obviously, he'd had that flare-up in regards to stress recently at work, but in general, his health had obviously stabilised a lot more, his mental health. So the insurer was able to offer that to him, and it was at what is known as non-standard terms or special terms, which means that there was a premium increase placed on the policy. And whilst that may not seem ideal, it's important to realise that with the UK life insurance policies, most of them will offer life insurance with potential claims for suicide after the policy's been in place for 12 months. So with Barry's history, it is understandable why they would have increased the premium on the policy for that. So we were able to meet Barry's goals. So he got an accident and sickness policy that would provide a monthly replacement of income tax-free of £1,400 per month for a monthly premium of £15. And the decreasing life insurance we were able to put in place for him of around £150,000 decreasing over 23 years for a monthly premium of around £35 per month.